welcome to Coffee and Stitches with Mandy. Today is Saturday, June 3rd. I hope everybody had a good May. It was busy like I thought it was going to be here. Work is picked up, so weekends end up super busy. And then I just come home exhausted, so we'll go from there. I went to New Hampshire Sheep and Wool Mother's Day weekend, so I've got a little bit of that. I've got new starts, some finishes and stuff to show you, but first off I want to thank everybody for watching and welcome all my new viewers. So let's just get started with the first pile. I've got piles upon piles all around me. The first pile is what I did for Mania. So I joined Emma of B&E Stitchery. My sincere condolences to them. It is hard to lose someone, so I am thinking of you guys, and yeah. So I joined her in doing Tiny Town Tuesdays. So each Tuesday in May I picked a Tiny Town. I started it, worked on it mostly for a week. There are some instances where other things caught my eye and I went from there. So, which one? First up was Honey of a Tiny Town. These are all by Heart and Hand. So, Honey of a Tiny Town. I started on the side and then got the sunflower stems in and started on the white house. This is stitched on 18 count My Sunshine by Be Stitch Me. I've got, next up was Bowling Tiny Town, and then this is stitched on Jellyfish Fields. I started this one in the middle. So I got the middle house down and then the flowers up top, or halfway down. This one was the second one I did, so I was at New Hampshire Sheep and Wool for most of that week, so this didn't get stitched on. My knitting got worked on a lot during that week, so. Next I started Patriotic Tiny Town. This is stitched on Winter Mix, and this one I also started in the middle and then working my way over. I found that with these, it's easier for me to start in the middle and work my way either way, and to preload all my needles, like of all the colors, just so I have the next color, and then I'll do a strand in each color at a time. So, and then I chose all my own colors. So this one I brightened up the called for DMCs a lot because I like the brighter patriotic colors versus the more muted. And like Honey of a Tiny Town, I'm using the Primrose Cottage bee conversion for that one. Next, I started Halloween Tiny Town. This one I made big changes to. It's the only one I finished. So this one I stitched on a purple Friday Night Fight Night Be Stitch Me, and then I added in some lime green. I fell in love with what is Lisa's Instagram name? I'll post it below. She did a purple and green conversion, and I just loved it. I already knew I was going to stitch it on this purple, but I saw hers and figured out where I was going to add pops of the green to. And then this is a stand from Daisies and Polka Dots, I think, is the shop. I'll link it below. That I got, and then I just painted it Valspar cream in my coffee, and then sanded off a lot of it because I've got my tiered tray that lives in here that has this distressed white wash look to it, so I wanted that to go in there. But I really love how this one turned out. A lot, and then instead of the oranges. So now to finish the rest of them so I can display them. It's just held on by magnets, so I can switch them out seasonally. But this one will be up until I finish the next one. And then the one I started on the 30th is Big Hearted Tiny Town. I am adding some green into the hill here, inspired by Alicia over at the Fanciful Flamingo. So base greens, and then I'm adding some purple in with the browns. This is pink chocolate. All these are 18 count, so they'll be all the same size. So there's what I've got on that. This is probably all I'm going to get done on this one. I will see how I feel. I'm sort of burned out a little bit on these, but I will see. I do plan on, because it's sitting here, starting Seaside on Morning Fog by Do Stitch Me next week, because we are taking a trip to Maine, and I can't wait, and this just seems like the perfect piece to stitch while we are in Maine. So, and then I'm using most of the called for colors on this. I think I changed out the light blue and then the reds, because I wanted them redder. And then in July, I will start Christmas on the evergreen. Where is what I want? The only other thing I worked on cross-stitch related was I started just one more chapter by Puntini. I am stitching it on 16 count espresso by Fiber and a Whim. I chose my own colors. I literally had all of my overdyes sitting on the floor and decided, let's pick a color and make them all work. So I've got, so far this I picked back up yesterday. I think I worked on it for 2 days for My friend Rainy at Rainy Day Reads, her birthday sale, which was turn 40 new leaves. So it was stitch on anything with green or book related. So this green color is actually Weeks Emerald, which is May's first, emeralds are May's birthstone. So when I finish this, it's going to get finished on my book. I painted it and then distressed it with some wax, antiquing wax. And then this was also painted in Cream of My Coffee. It's my favorite neutral off-white color. So, okay, that was all of the cross stitch. That I worked on. I did fully finish my Strawberry Fair by October House. This is stitched on 18 count blush and just made into a pillow with strawberry fabric. I stuffed it with crushed walnut shells and fiberfill in the corners. So I have it sitting on my tiered tray with a couple other my fruit summer pieces for right now. I'll switch it out at some point to something else, but that's where it's sitting right now. I really love how this turned out, and I noticed when I was finishing, I made a mistake on it, but I wasn't going to go back and fix it because I'd already glued it. Because I glue the bottom because I didn't feel like sewing it the other day. That's it for what I worked on for stitching. I did do some knitting. I knit on my Feedback Tea by Jamie Hoffman. It will look like this. I am knitting this out of Fiber Stash and Dye Works Twinkle. I just split for the sleeves last night. I've got 3 of the 5 colors in. So up here we have I Had a Dream. This is Mud Ties and Lace. And now I'm putting in the Lilac. So that will be here. And then I've got Dawdle and Berry Crush. So these will be the last 2 colors of it. So there was that. I picked up, let's see, where is the cover photo of this? From One Pine, what is their name of this collection? It's a new collection they have for hair accessories. I don't know where I put the cover page. Cottage, so it's just hair accessories. So you get the pattern for a scrunchie, what they call a tie, a little bow, and then what do they call that one? The tie and the bow tie. I love how these look. So I decided I was going to make some for myself, and then when I was talking to my cousin who's getting married in October, we decided that I needed to make the little girls because she's got 3 or 4 little girls and for Flower Girls little bows using her color. So I started with, I've got one of the big bows, because the bows come in 2 sizes. So they come in this size and then this size. And you can knit them in either fingering or DK. I'm using worsted for the bigger ones because that's what I had scraps of. They are perfect project for scraps. This is Fiber Stash Dye Works. This is Welcome to Hell's Mouth, and then this is her All the Fall color. So I've got those 2 done, and then I did a pumpkin spice one that she calls basic. So this is the tie. I still have to weave in the ends on this one, but so these are made to be like wrapped around, like made to be wrapped around like a hair tie and stuff and tied off, so you can just have a little ends dangling. And then I'm working on a scrunchie right now. Oh, and I do have, I forgot I started this one, the bow tie started, and I think that is Osgood Box. So it's a burgundy purple color. And then where is, I'm missing a bag. Somewhere. I thought it was over here, but it's not. Under my chair. And one of my purchases from New Hampshire Sheep and Wool, it's this cute box bag by, Stitched by Jessica Lou. I really like her bags. I've got my sweater, my sweater is in her floss one that I got last year. Is a hat, a barley hat by Tin Can Knits that I am knitting out off of a sock like. I think, at the beginning of the month, I'd gone to Christie's to help her dye yarn, and I dyed up a sock link that says NH She Plus. Actually, it goes this way. I can't. So NH S plus W, and I'm knitting off of that. A barley hat, because these are my favorite things to take to festivals to knit on, because I will literally walk around with these sock link over my head and knit off of it and talk to people and help in the booth, whatever, because it's coming off of this end. And the barley hat is just a simple, I don't have a pattern picture, but it's just a simple hat that has a garter stitch panel up of it, and I love it for like sock length or variegated yarn. And then this will end up going with me to this and my sweater will go, because they're good car knitting. Because I can knit in the car, I can't stitch in the car. Because knitting, I don't have to look at what I'm doing. Stitching, you have to pay attention, and I get car sick way too easily. So I'll take those, and then probably hair accessories, because I'm trying not to pack too many projects, because I usually end up packing like 4 or 5 projects and not only working on 1 or 2. The other things that I crafted, I started out for Rainy's birthday. I made her a project case, and I kitted up a project for her. She just showed it on her May recap. It used the Wild Meadow by Moda collection. I think it's Sweet Fire or something design is the designer. Well, I had a bunch of fabric left over, so I made Emma's for Bug mini quilt by Primrose Cottage. So it's got this coffee cup in the middle, and then quilted it, and then that's on the back. My seams aren't perfect, but I absolutely love how this was. I wanted a little table thing to put over here where I have my display, cross stitch displaying, and so I want to make one of these seasonally. So this will be my spring and summer, because I don't do a lot of patriotic decorating, but this is my palette. So this will be my spring and summer. I will do one for fall, and then one for probably Christmas, and then another one for winter. Because fall to me is pumpkins, everything like that, and so I made this one. And then I was talking to my cousin about decorations for her wedding, and then I decided that I was looking at quilt blocks like this, what other ones Primrose had. So I found Ella's for Leaf. Her whole wedding theme is maple fall, so she's already seen this. So which fabric collection is this? This is Harvest Wishes by Deb Strain for Moda. So the red was another color, just a solid. And it's got a blue undertone to it that we like to go with these 3 fabrics. So this is done for her, and then it's got the roses on the back. This collection is what I'm going to do my fall one over, because I bought a charm pack to go with it, a mini charm pack. So it's got it's got plaids, it's got like the white wood behind. We were trying to stick away from the white, because this will probably go on like the table as people sign in with a guest book type thing with it. But there's that. So yeah, like I said, this is got some pretty fall. I absolutely love the pumpkins. I should have bought a full yard of it, but I didn't need it. So when I do, because it uses, the cups use 16 of these, so I will probably pick and choose the ones I absolutely love out of the pile and use those, and then make the cup. I want to the cup uses 3 fabrics, so it will probably be these 2 for the cup, and then the handle and saucer in the red. Is probably how I'm going to do it, and then go from there. So I really enjoyed this. And, if you want to try like starting to quote and stuff, Primrose patterns are simple and easy to follow. They give you stuff like their quilting patterns are just as good as their cross stitch patterns. I absolutely adore them. And then what did I ordered I wanted, I don't have it in here. I wanted a project folder for my Primrose Cottage patterns because I do want to stitch all of their Wishes and Kisses series. I'm probably going to start the Bumblebee next. So I bought from them, it's one of the fabric bundles that had the rainbows, the sun, like confetti on the blue. That's actually the better picture of the sun. This blue, and then strawberries and the white confetti, and made a Ashley project folder because I just needed something small. It's got pockets, like 3 pockets down this side, and then the felt there, and then it's got the big pocket here, and then both of these open up. The only thing I wish I did differently was quilt the front, because I ran out of interfacing, foam. So I just used quilt batting. It actually gives it sturdy enough, but the panels shifted. So I should have quilted those. That's the only thing I wish I did differently. There's Primrose Cottage. L is for leaf. They've got a bunch of these. L is for, or letters are for whatever. So there's that. I'm just trying to see what else I've got sitting here. Okay, so last thing I've got is a bunch of random haul. I've got I bought for Mental Health May, I bought the shirt from Athena Stitching Goddess Design. She donated, I'm looking for the card. Stitching Goddess Design. I really like her t-shirts. This is another one of her, this is her Valentine's one, I think. I needed her, this is the sparkle. I needed her twinkle. I needed her shirt in her twinkle vinyl. So this is, the blue is twinkle vinyl, so it has major sparkle without being like super rough. And it says, your story's not over. And that's got the heart. I'm a sucker for hearts, and I really love the sentiment behind this because everybody has something going on. You don't know what people are going through, so always be nice. She always sends like a sticker, and then with the pattern, with the shirt came a pattern from Stitching Arcade, which is half of Akio Whip's Kevin. So it's the semicolon apart. It says continue. I probably will stitch this at some point. Actually, I know I'm going to stitch at some point. I just haven't figured out in what color yet. So, yeah, because you have the option to change out the semicolon here for different mental health. Like, this is support. I want it. I would have done the pink, but she didn't have the twinkle in pink, which pink is anxiety. So I got that because I'm a sucker for Frosted Pumpkin. I got their newest stitch along. I am not starting this yet. I'm going to make myself finish one of my other ones first. But they are doing the Castle Homecoming, and this is the first release. This came out the 25th, so it's the Knight and I want to say the Jester, but from their sneak peeks, I'm absolutely in love with this. And it comes with, so you can print out your own floss tags. And then, because I absolutely love this one, this time around they did scissor fobs. And it was a unicorn. So yes, please. So my unicorn couldn't travel alone, so I had to get the Rapunzel needle minder to go with it. And then I also ordered the 2 Classic Colorworks in Blacksmith Blue and Pixie Dust. I'm pretty sure I have these, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I ordered them to go with it. These are me. Oh, right there. Okay, so I've got 2 Stitch Me fabrics. I think one came the day after I recorded last time around. So it was the Gorgeous Grape. I get the 18 count and then I also was doing the silks. So I've got Forget Me Not, Mission, April Showers, Solar, and Sunfire. I canceled the silks because I'm just getting a lot of them and I'm not using them. So I'd rather get things that I'm going to use because, like, I forget to grab them unless I'm looking for something in particular. But I really like this color combination. And then this was April. So the May fabric is called Fruit Salad, and it reminds me of tie-dye. It is this gorgeous yellow with green and red. So I will probably, don't know what I'm going to put on that, but it is gorgeous. But it's something tie-dyed. It'll probably be something for my husband. Maybe Dancing Bears. And then the silks for this month are Toby, which is a lovely pink, Firefly, Quest, Shortbread, and Mauve. The shortbread is a little browner than it's closer to the color back here. But yeah, so there are those. I got because I was going to stitch my tiny towns on 16 count, but I found the purple for the Halloween, so I decided against it. But I'm going to stitch all of my Primrose Kisses and Wishes series on 18 count. So I've got, this is Milk and Honey, and then I've got the Espresso for something darker. I want them neutral-ish. I know. It's ridiculous. It's uncalled for. And then I'm in love with Shannon Christine's designs. And I love Erin Elizabeth's designs. But Shannon Christine does a, what does she call it? It's a subscriber group on Facebook. So you pay $10 a month, and she gives you a free pattern on the first, usually, and then a bunch of freebies throughout the month. So, like, which one was it? For May, because she did the Hello Summer to go with her Hello Spring. This is going to be a continuing series. She did say that, because she had asked the group if they wanted more of these, and it was an overwhelming yes, please. So these have got the popsicles in bright, obnoxious, or bright colors, which I love. So this will be probably next year's. Then she also did a freebie, or another one that says Fun in the Sun. And then she started the Halloween pumpkin fun display. It's on the 31st. Any month that has a 31, she's going to give us Halloween pattern. 25th, a Christmas pattern, and go from there. And then starting this month is she's got her houses. So this is the June house. Okay, welcome back. I've tried filming like 4 or 5 times now, and I keep on getting ripped through it, so I didn't have much more to show you. It's now Sunday morning. I've got my coffee. I've got to be to work in an hour, or for 8 o'clock. It's about 6:30, so I'm going to finish up showing you what I hadn't before. So the last pattern I didn't show you guys was you've already seen it. This is the Shannon Christine Signs of Christmas. It's a 9-part club that she's releasing, but she gives you all of them. She's got out the old-fashioned flavors, the candy canes, and now I really love this month's Farm Fresh trees. Applied Christmas trees are speaking to me. That will probably get started July. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about was New Hampshire sheep and wool. I've done New Hampshire. I've gone down, I think this is the 5th or 6th time. I don't do cross-stitch sheets because I don't have friends, like in-person friends that do them, and it's a little hard for me to get to them. I don't drive, so I end up going with to sheep and wool festivals with friends of mine that are local, one being Chrissy of Fiber Stash, because I usually end up going to help her in her booth. This year she was doing a soft blank dyeing class, so she'd asked me when she got asked to do the class for me to, if I'd come down and help. I was up in the air about it because my husband's surgery was supposed to be in March. sheep and wool is normally Mother's Day weekend. It's usually first 2 weekends of, like, second weekend of May. So it was what we were going to do, because last year he drove down with me, and we rented a cottage and stayed a week down there, and I helped her out. It's in Deerfield, New Hampshire, which is probably about half hour outside of Concord, in Manchester. So it's down that part of the state. So it's about 3 hours from here. So I always have fun. I love doing New Hampshire in the spring and then Vermont in the fall. So one of the things Christy had for me was she's made up a bunch of shirts for us, because, like, this way when we're in the booth, people can recognize her or we're walking around. So I've got her logo in the front. It's a long sleeve one because New Hampshire and Vermont can be either really warm or really cold. Saturday was really warm. I had my niece's second birthday that I went to, my sister and I went to, because she lives in outside of Manchester, so she came to she's a knitter and crocheter, so she came, picked me up, we went there, because it was her son's daughter, birthday, so her granddaughter's second birthday. So since I was in the area, I went. But the back side of the shirt fits me so well. First I drink the coffee, then I do the knitting, and then it's got the knit heart, and then it's got my name, Mandy, on the sleeve. So I really like this. It's a nice soft long sleeve t-shirt that I'll wear around the house. So, like, part of her sock blank, I was helping show people how to dye sock blanks. If you don't know what a sock blank is, it's a pre-knitted thing, and then we were just squirt dyeing. And this was just an extra one we had out on the table. I just took some of the dye and just squirted on. But it was fun to see what other people create. We had some interesting ones. My sister-in-law took the class, which I love how hers came out. So it was fun for that. I didn't pick up much there. I didn't buy any yarn because, hello. And plus, I didn't have any projects. Self-service was crap. Usually at the festivals, because everybody's on them trying to look up things. So I knew there was a couple must-haves for me. One was my cup. It has glare. It's got the New Hampshire sheep and wool logo, and then it's got knitting. Like, you've got sheep, you have knitting needles, knits, scissors, crochet hooks. There's actually a spindle. There's a spinning wheel, like all knitting. It's a 40-ounce tumbler. We were joking with people that you could fit a bottle of wine. You can also fit a bottle of the Starbucks, like, iced coffees you buy in the the refrigerated section. Because, which day was it? Sunday. I decided that I was exhausted. Camper bed. We were sleeping in a camper. My back was bothering, and we got up at stupid o'clock to finish getting things ready for the class, because the class started at 9:30. Instead of drinking half of it, I just dumped the whole bottle in, and it fit. So that's that. The other one was I put up here was my Stitch by Jessalou bag, because she was in the booth of Crafts, and I liked this. The inside of this one is stars. You always have to open up her bags to see what fabric she uses on the inside. See, like my floss is an orange, like mandala one. But I've got another one floating around here that's books on the outside that has the old golden book print on the inside that I actually love. But yeah, it's Stitched by Jessalou on, she's got her own shop. She does really nerdy ones. She had some of the tulip, she does like, she'll do special requests. She had a couple different ones, and I just absolutely love her bags. They always have a bee charm for a zipper full. So, and then there's the tulip, what other one? Full ones, right? Oh, the owl and the bunny. This one just spoke to me. She had some of the Tulip Pink Night Garden prints, but she had the wrong colors. She had like the snake print and the owl in the orange background. I really want to buy, I need to pick up the owl in the pink print. And then the new Tulip Pink line, which has the hippos, the giraffes, the elephants. My only other must-have for myself, because I bought a couple things for guests, was from N.E. Woodworks. She does crochet hooks, pens, things like that, but she also does seam rippers and stuff, and she hand makes the handle. So this is a double-sided stiletto and seam ripper, because I'm always, especially in my corners of my bags, I'm always putting my finger a little too close. So I wanted a stiletto. She's in high school, the girl who makes these, so and they're reasonably priced. You can go on to her website, which is northeastwoodworks with a z.etsy.com, in order. But yeah, they're resin handles. So yeah, so I wanted to pick up another one. I picked up one last year that's just the seam ripper, and I really like it, but I wanted the double-sided. And then I picked up some postcards, and note cards, because it's like a fiber festival for people who haven't done. It's all fiber, like yarn, knitting, dyers, farmers, things like that, and then you'll have farms themselves selling things. There's a soap vendor, there's rug hooking, you've got the sheep, alpacas. It's a lot of fun. If there's one in your area and you just want to go walk around and you like different crafts, I advise you to go. One of the vendors that I've walked by many times, because it's usually the same people year after year, but there's always there's the bunny person that has the Angora bunnies that I keep on getting told no, I can't bring one home. My sister-in-law tried to talk me into bringing one home because they were for sale. I would have had no room in the car. One of them is a artist that does prints and postcards out of New Hampshire. And it's so I picked up a pack of, this is a mix, so this has the alpacas, what else is in this one? The sheepies, and then, oh, my camera's going to blow it out. They're Gene Matters. He's in, but I've seen his artwork and I really love the look of this. There's another one that I'm in love with. The chickadees. And then you've got the barn, the old style barn and snow. So I always pick up a package of note cards so I have them to add to swap packages or just because I want to. And then, where did I just put that? And then coming home, because between vendors, you always find new places because most of us aren't from the area, so you're coming down. Well, Jess from Stitch by Jess Lou had this giant whoopie pie, and so we had asked her where she got them. She goes, oh, the store before you get on the interstate. So we had to stop. And the whoopie pie, they didn't have any of the big whoopie pies, but they had some little ones, and they were amazing. If you don't know what a whoopie pie is, it's like two chocolate, or two, I want to say cupcake tops, with cream filling in the middle. It is a New England thing. I love them. I'm getting a couple. I'm going to find some good places in Maine to grab a couple, hopefully, while we're up there. Because Maine, it's a debate if they were created in Maine or in Pennsylvania, but they're a big thing up there. Well, we were walking around getting dinner because it was a restaurant, gas station, general store type thing. And I found this postcard. I'm going to frame it and put it in here because this is totally me. I don't have ducks or a row. I have squirrels and they're everywhere. This fits me 99% of the time. So I needed this. But yeah. So that is it for this month. That was my May wrap up. I've got to go to work today. I'm just going to get through the day, and then I'm off for a week for a trip for Maine, and then my husband's surgery's next month, so I've got that. I've got to start making some craft projects for my cousin's wedding. Once she figures out what she wants to use for colors all the way, or decorations all the way, because I told her I would do most of them as my gift to her for, because she is one of the people that I will do anything for, including buying cowboy boots, because I'm going to be a bridesmaid in it, so she wanted everybody to have cowboy boots, and I'm not a shoe person. I hate shoes. Anything tight on my feet, can't stand it. But for her, I will. But her and her kids are one of the few family members I will crash for because they are really appreciated. They'd rather have a made by Auntie Mandy made piece than something else. Because I've got a knit. Yeah, I've got the pattern right here. A couple of pumpkins for her boys to have because her daughter's getting the hair bow. If I knit one person one, I'm going to hear it that I didn't knit the rest of them. So that's going to be on my list too once I finish other things. But I hope everybody has a good June, stays healthy, stays safe. Bye, y'all.